Having just returned from a 10-day trip in Japan, I can personally attest to the country's cleanliness, safety, as well as the politeness of their general population. However, my opinions of the country would probably be vastly different back during World War II. When you think of atrocities and war crimes committed during World War II, you probably jump straight to people like Adolf Hitler, as well as the Nazi Party in Germany. However, the war crimes committed by the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II rival, and in some cases may be a lot worse than what you may have heard about the Nazis. For example, let's take the 6-week Nanjing Massacre in 1937, during which over 350,000 civilians and POWs in China were killed by the Japanese army. And the cruelty of these massacres was not only accepted by the Japanese media at the time, it was celebrated. For example, in this newspaper snippet, you can see Japanese reporters celebrating the race to 100 heads, which was a competition between two Japanese soldiers during the Nanjing Massacre to see which person would be the first to get to 100 beheadings of innocent civilians. Following the surrender of the Philippines to the Japanese in 1942, 75,000 Filipino and American POWs were forced to walk 65 miles to their prison camp up north. During what is now referred to as the Bataan Death March, nearly all of these POWs died of either starvation or forced execution. And lastly, in what I consider to be the most atrocious of the crimes committed by Japan during World War II, is Unit 731, which you've probably heard about before. Unit 731 was a biological testing unit that was run by Japan, located in China during World War II, and at this unit, over 3,000 POWs, which included Koreans, Americans, and Chinese, endured unethical and inhumane biological testing. They endured vivisection, which is the removal of organs and body parts while a person is still alive, plague tests, which included literally exposing prisoners to the Black Plague and seeing how they reacted, as well as frostbite experiments, which included freezing body parts until they stopped moving and then warming them back up to see what would happen to the person. Following the end of World War II, the Japanese scientists who participated in Unit 731 were offered immunity by the United States in exchange for the information that they gained during their biological experiments. For example, it's a common known fact that the human body is about 75% water. The reason we know that is because of the biological experiments that were performed at Unit 731. But nonetheless, all these events occurred in the past, and all the people who participated in these atrocities aren't even alive anymore. But it's still interesting to me to think about how a country that is known for cute things like Pokemon, Pikachu, anime, and J-pop stars has such a dark past behind it. Arigato gozaimasu for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments.